welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that... over the end line.
Shot 17.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield off the play fake. Out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they wouldn't move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Mayfield. That's once again complete to Chark. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as they bite out 23 more on that one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready?
Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Giants at 4-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Up and good for Santoso. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 81 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Faster.
Lance now on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Lions 14, Giants 3.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, go steal.
They'll give this to Akers running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
On the double.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He's got Slayton on the slant, and he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Dawson Knox from 21 yards away. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 2-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Giants 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the set. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go! Hey, rest! Light blue. Drill green.
To throw, it's Lance.
it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And Lance now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Trey Lance, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action. Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Lance. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ultra. On the ball.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
It's a run with Akers. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Mayfield now. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And some room to work. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 64 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a few. Separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On first down, Lance. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Room here, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Chase Edmonds, 49 yards. And the Giants have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. First down, Mayfield. And that's out to the flat for Swift. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
The Lions on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Pushes him over. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. A first down throw for Mayfield. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Hunt will try go, and he lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
But under pressure, and he will go down. sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Okay.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Blaster. Blue striker. Black ultra.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lance. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They run again with Hunt. And he's got some space here. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. They find some open field here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 32 yards. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Red cycle. You kill it.
Lance looking to throw. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Lance. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first. Here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right.
Lance back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He's back to throw. Tony coming through with another one. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Let's go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. And just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Detroit, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be on the road next week.